Wow, story time.
Story
Well, story
time.
time.
I love reading a story. Oh my gosh, I already read you a story. But
I want to go to bed!
okay, one more story. This is the best story of all times. It's my favorite story. This is a store story. A store story of 1011. Once upon a time, there was a grocery chain called Publix. They had many stores all across the land, selling groceries to satisfied customers day in and day out. Everyone would leave with a smile. But there was one store that was different, and that is where our story begins. It was a bright and beautiful morning early in January. The Gasparilla pirates had just begun their invasion of the coast. Town by town, the pirates infiltrated the local stores, taking plunder and booty as they pleased along the way, until they came to a Publix in the small town of Crystal Beach, Florida. At dawn, the pirates began their attack on the small store, but they were met with a challenge they had not yet seen. All of the associates were in full pirate uniforms, ready to combat the assault. Each associate was equipped with an arsenal of beads and jewelry from head to toe. The pirates were dumbfounded as they received strings of beads without a struggle. One pirate asked, "What is this place?" Captain Veronica quickly replied, "We are 1011." The pirates faced the challenge without fear and were able to conquer the day. Months had gone without a peep from anyone, when suddenly, fearless leader Dawn told Captain Veronica and her pirates there were babies in need of medical assistance. She needed to raise money as quickly as possible to save the babies. Captain Veronica and the pirates scrambled quickly to find ways to help the fearless leader. It was tough, and it seemed as though all their ideas were not working, when one pirate spoke up and said, "80s for the babies." Captain Veronica approved, and all the pirates worked to put together a show. Associates came in their party attire, bright colors, big hair, leather jackets, and loud music took place across the store. The event could be heard for miles. Residents of Crystal Beach came out of their homes in awe and watched as the Publix pirates danced into the sunset. The fundraiser was a huge success. Alas, Captain Veronica and the pirates were able to save all of the babies. The Publix pirates smiled and said, "We are 1011." Whether it's fending off a pirate invasion or raising funds for newborns, the small store of Crystal Beach was always ready to meet the challenge. Several weeks had passed, and all was quiet and well, until a phone call came from fearless leader. Yet another challenge was on the horizon, a duo district battle for the United Way Cup. The winner takes all the funds raised. Stores from all over Pasco and Pinellas put together their fiercest teams of 12 to compete against each other in games of strength, speed, accuracy, and wit. Fearless leader told the crew she had been challenged by her arch nemesis, the scurvy Patrick. Weeks of preparation and grueling training set a course for success for Store 1011 and their allies. Finally, the day of war had arrived. District 14 and District 3 were ready to fight to the end. Blood, sweat, and tears were shed on the battlefield. But as the sun set on the scorched arena, there was a clear victor. The small store of Crystal Beach had done it again. Victorious, they held the cup high and chanted, "We are 1011." Next on the roster was a march against muscular dystrophy, a menacing assault on the muscles of many landlubbers. It would not be tolerated by the daring pirates of Crystal Beach, so they set out on a crusade against the barbaric beast. First, they had to raise some gold to fund the research. Coins came in slowly at first, and 1011 grew concerned. Then, first mate Matt stepped up to the plank. He was willing to sacrifice himself for the cause. Reluctantly, the crew tied up their salty leader and left him to rot on the wall. The store visitors took pleasure in his sacrifice and pitied his poor soul. They threw money at his motionless body. As tribute, First Mate Matt was starved, hanging for weeks, and then he was cut free. They counted his booty. His contributions with Deckhand Justin led 1011 to win the award for highest fundraising. But that was just child's play. The real combat was on the wooden floors. A savage game of target practice with pins and balls. The store had been training for the scrimmage for weeks, but they did not want to give away their position. So with the lead of First Mate Matt, a disguise was crafted. No one would suspect the infamous pirates of Crystal Beach to be cloaked as cuddly creatures. Dressed as ruthless penguins, they were undetected by the enemy. The other losing teams, outraged, demanded an answer. Who are these daring birds? The pirates chanted, "We are 10-11!" They took their trophies for most spirited and highest fundraising, and they hit the high seas. Finally, the biggest battle was one that would have broken a less fearsome crew. Captain Veronica came to the team with somber news. Her own body was attacking her from the inside. The captain was a ferocious leader, and her vulnerability was seen as courageous. She was an open book, wearing her heart on her sleeve and a battle mask on the store floor. She needed the assistance of warriors to overcome this great test. With strength and the support of 1011, she fought back. The month of October came around, and awareness was raised for the dreaded cancer. 1011 dressed for war. Pink shirts, pink headbands, and battle paint. It was time to rumble. They raised doubloons all month for research and the survivors of the dreaded, and now it was time to march. They set out on the divine city of St. Petersburg and walked for miles and miles. Nothing would stop them. By the end of the trek, they were ready to party. Back at the store, a banquet was held. Their delicatessen allies sponsored an eatery and sampled the heads of boars for the brave community. It was a celebration of life, and the strides made all month long for those who were affected by the dreaded. Captain Veronica's battle continues, and her loyal team stands beside her, always. We will win this for her. We are 1011. We are a family. And that is the end of the best story ever told.